and she was a hoot. She showed me this thing on her Facebook, and it said, I'm not a hot mess, I'm a spicy disaster. It was so cute. And hello from the hospital again. I got dehydrated, and yeah, my GI tract stopped for 4 days a week and a half ago, and I got it all moving, but that turned into awesome diarrhea for 4 days now, and my new meds made me super nauseous, and then I got the UTI, and then I'm on antibiotics again, and I just, yeah, it gets away from me, and then that's it. That's all I can do. So I'm on I guess bag 2 of fluid. I had a CAT scan with contrast, which is so hard. Oh my gosh, it's like it flips the switch on my pot, and everything just, everything is so hard. It's like I ran a marathon. What else? My potassium was too low. So there it is. They were gonna give it to me in my IV, and I was like, no, that stuff hurts so bad in an IV. So I'm pushing that, and everything came up okay on the CAT scan, which was good. I'm tired. I've been up since 2 this morning. It's now 8:10 at night. Lordy, so this is my 3rd trip here in 4 weeks, I guess. So my doctor came in. Oh my gosh, I had the best nurse, and her name was Karen, and she was a hoot. She showed me this thing on her Facebook, and it said, I'm not a hot mess, I'm a spicy disaster. It was so cute. So anyways, they got me everything I needed for my tube and flushing and all that good stuff, and then I'm on my last thing of potassium. So my doctor came in here, and she was like, well, you know, I think we should probably keep you overnight, you know, and make sure that your potassium levels out, you know. So I've been having horrible Charlie horses in my feet and in my thighs and in my biceps, so I knew something was wrong. And so she came in and she was talking to me, and she was like, you know, I really think we should keep you overnight, you know, and then we'll check your levels again tomorrow morning, and as, you know, as long as it's okay, we'll send you home. And I was like, okay, but I'd rather you just kick me out. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I know where you guys live, so if I have any more trouble, I'll come back and see you. But I said, you know, with the fluids and the potassium, I said, there's really not much else that you guys can do for me. And I said, you know, I'll just keep on keeping on just like I've been doing, and then go from there. So they've been really, really sweet. And there is nothing like having like 2,000 mils of fluid shoved in your body in like 2 hours. Oh my god, I have to pee like every 5 seconds, which I must say has to be helping my UTI. So anyways, another adventure. I wonder if anybody else, like, if you guys have this, like, before I got the J tube, I really expected to be able to feed into my J, or, you know, push meds like potassium, or, you know, regular meds or whatever. And I had EKGs and all that stuff done too. Where are all my stickers? They're my stickers. There's my other ones. I'm trying to find them. There they are. Squirrel. Like, I can feel all of it, and it's not altogether pleasant. Like, I have so, and it's why I keep getting so dehydrated. I mean, I was dehydrated before the tube and all of that too, but oh man, the new meds that I'm on make me super nauseous. Every time I yawn, I want to puke. Ugh, and I have so much Zofran in my system. Blah. Oh my gosh, does anybody else hate blood pressure cuffs? I hate it. Hate it. It is one of my, oh, it's one of my least favorite parts of being in the hospital. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. It squeezes the life out of my arm. And then I have blood pooling and all sorts of trouble. Okay, scroll again. It's been a long day. So if I have, no. So when I put stuff into my J, it just like, it doesn't feel great. It just hurts and it makes me nauseous and it weirds out my temperature too. Does anybody else have that? Oh my gosh, put a comment, tell me, like, does anybody know any better way to do it? I have determined cold is bad. I don't like cold stuff at all in my J. And then I don't like, obviously, like huge volume, like literally, like I can put like 5 mils into my J at a time and I still feel sick. For reals, you guys, the struggle is real. Okay, I'll update you in a minute. I lied. Now I'm gonna update you again. Okay, you know, EDS patients are hard sticks and for IVs and stuff. And there's this one vein that is still pretty good in my left arm. Like, that is the one that they keep jamming IVs in over and over and over the past few weeks. And it hasn't failed yet. I'm like, knock on wood, you know, it's still okay. And so they had an EMT training tonight. And so I had my nurse in here, and then I had the IV tech, and then I had the EMT. And so, oh my gosh, he was so nice and he was so adorable. And so they were telling him, you know, like what to do and how to do things, and I told him all the things about EDS and POTS that happen to me when I get IVs, and you know what can go wrong. And it was really cool. So it's like I got to teach like 3 different people about EDS and POTS. And like I have a lot of trouble when I get IVs, like the sticking, whatever, the sticks are sticks, it's just not that big a deal. But if you go digging, like my POTS kicks in, it is so awful. I can puke at the drop of a hat, I can pass out at the drop of a hat. And so he was doing all the things, and he did pretty good. It was a little rough. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on a second. Come this way, Mr. Ivy. Oh, and if you don't like blood, you should look away. So, we got blood kind of everywhere. And I had it all down my arm. My sweet nurse got most of it off for me, and we've got blood over there. Whatever, it happens. Okay, I'm good now. Bye. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys. I just got to go to the bathroom again. I was so happy. I have to push the rest of my potassium. It's so upsetting my tummy. The last time I was here, because the dehydration was so bad, there were certain things that kicked in. Like stuff that I've had before, but I just didn't twig on it, I guess, with it being tied to the dehydration. So I thought I would share with you guys the stuff that triggers on me. Maybe that'll help somebody else not have to go through what I did. So my migraines get worse. With my Sjogren's, because all of my exocrine systems are tied into it. My eyes, mouth, respiratory, GI, obviously, and genital urinary, I mean everything is tied into it, my skin, blah blah blah. Y'all are distracting me from my potassium, which is good. So with my eyes being so bad, and all of the stuff that I've had to go through with my eyes and trying to get them to re-wet, and I'll put a link up top or in the description of all my eye stuff. So I have, I don't know if you can see them in this light, probably not, but I have extra eyelids, almost like a kitty cat does. And when I get dehydrated, nothing I do will keep them hydrated. Like, I can literally pour eye drops in there and like in 2 seconds it's just gone. So that's one of them. Horrible migraines. I get chapped lips. My ever-present thrush, which is back. So I get that. My GI tract can just totally shut down. My large intestine can just shut down if I'm dehydrated. I have this connective tissue thing that shows up, especially in my legs, and I'll put a picture in here, and it makes this like splotchy color all over my legs, and looks almost like a spider web sort of thing. I'm sure it's a thing. I've never looked into it. I know it's part of my connective tissue issues. That's funny. Let me sit down. So I've noticed that's tied into it. Yeah, I'm almost done. Okay. That was my really sweet nurse. Her name is Taylor. So the webbing, like the spider webbing, shows up a lot when I'm dehydrated. I was thinking there was something else. Oh my god, the leg cramps and the arm cramps are absolutely horrible. Yeah, that's been really bad. So they were Charlie horsing earlier, and like my feet would go, and it was like my toes would do this like horrible thing. Oh my gosh, it's so painful. I've had a problem with my big toe, and before I go, I think I might ask them to look at it and see if they can figure anything out with it. Because normally I can fix it myself, but I've been dealing with it for like 2 weeks now, and I haven't been able to fix it. And partly with everything else so messed up, it's like I can't handle the pain of fixing it, which sucks. So anyways, I might ask them about that. I don't know if it looks weird on camera or if it just hurts on the inside. Let me see. Okay, so I talked to the doctor, who I didn't like the first time, and I didn't like him that time either. It's this kind of like older lady, and she seems just kind of like skittish, like not authoritative at all. And so I was like, well, I've got this other issue. I said, I've got an infection on my toe. And she was like, oh, you're here for a stomach issue. Like, we can't do 2 things at once. And I'm thinking, for reals? Like, if you bring somebody in for a car crash and they have a broken leg and a lacerated forehead, you just gonna fix one of them? I didn't say that though. I was trying to be nice. And so she was like, well, you know, it just looks inflamed, but you know, blah, blah, blah. And we don't want to put you on antibiotics, which is an absolute. And she was like, and it doesn't look like there's any infection that needs to come out of there. There is. I can clearly see it. I decided not to fight about it because I want to go home. So I'll call my primary this week and see if I can get in, and then see if we can get it fixed, because that would be super duper. So, okay. I think they're gonna let me go. Everybody cross your fingers, because my potassium is being checked again, and as soon as that's normal, I get to go home. Okay, super quick update. I am home. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. My eyes are burning so bad. So they wanted to keep me overnight, and I did not want to stay overnight. And I talked to the nurse, and I talked to the PA that I was seeing, and they were worried because my potassium was so low, and they wanted to keep me overnight so they could check everything again tomorrow, you know, to make sure that it stayed up. And I'm quite familiar with what it feels like if your potassium is low, because I get these awful muscle cramps. And I told them the fluid was going to do me more good than anything, not to mention rest, which you can't get in the hospital. And I said I would be much happier if they would release me, and then obviously if I have any other troubles, then I will just go back. They were all super great. Everybody was super awesome. I am so tired. Oh my gosh. I've been up since 2 a.m. this morning. I just felt so bad and I couldn't sleep. Now it's 11:50. So I'm going to clean my tube and I'm going to go to bed. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for sharing all the awesome with me. Oh my gosh. Okay, add a little bit to that video. So I was so tired when I came home last night. Like, I just went to bed. And so this morning I totally found stickers on my legs from the EKG. Where are they? Can you see them? Me? Here's one. Here's another one. And hold on here. And I still have my wristbands on. Like I went to a club. Alright, that's it. Bye. If you have to deal with poop, you might as well cover it in glitter. Oh, what a long day. Okay, till the next time. Bye.